let's check out the starting lineups here. UConn, this team got it done in the Sweet 16. The victory over Michigan State, 67-63. They had a huge lead in that game, but the performances of Caravan and Reed. And for Duke, Caden Boozer continues to start. Evans has been outstanding. And injuries, it's a headline as we send it over to Tracy Wilson.
That's right, Ian. Health, a bit of a concern for this Duke team. They didn't have enough bodies to practice, so they held a glorified walkthrough. John Shire telling me Caleb Foster, who played 19 minutes coming off that fractured foot, was sore yesterday. Shire telling me he is battling, but he is expected to play. Patrick Gungba still not 100%. He'll come off the bench again. And Malik Brown will start, but I was told he's dealing with some back spasms. Something to keep an eye on, Ian.
And Tracy, this team is 35-2. John Shire in the Elite Eight for the third consecutive year, trying to go back to the Final Four in back-to-back seasons. And Dan Hurley, the success has been the standard for UConn. They are looking for their third championship in the last 4 years. And you want to talk about history, these two programs have made a whole lot of it. Start with UConn. 6 national titles, all of them since 1999. All they do is win. Duke won their first in 1991. They have 5 total. So between the two, 11 national championships in the last 34 years. We are set for action. Our officiating crew is Roger Ayers, Mike Reed, and Tony Chiazza. That's a new pronunciation. We want to do right by Tony.
UConn made it easier for me to get into TV. That's why those championships.
Excellent point.
They chased a lot of people.
Let's go back to those 80s matchups in the Big East. And this mammoth matchup between UConn and Duke in DC.
Missed jump here.
So they'll do it again with Roger Ayers tossing it in the air. Brown and Reed will do the honors.
Ooh, he stole it,
huh? And we're underway. UConn controls the tip.
High Eagle, Grant Hill right now. Duke goes a little, wait a minute.
Raf right away. Cameron Boozer on Caravan, and Malik Brown with that sore back having to battle with Reed inside.
And he'll duck in and it'll go to him.
Reed gets a touch against Brown, and a foul is called. Malik Brown, the reach in, 21 seconds into this first half.
How about the counter right away? For 3 years, I've been waiting for it to do. Now he's exposing a little head and shoulder, the dream.
We saw the counter against Michigan State.
Right. Big smile.
They got off to a huge lead. They were up 19 on Michigan State, only to see the Spartans battle back and make a game of it. Reed has been outstanding in this tournament. Consistent numbers, the presence on both ends of the floor.
And you see right away why Gunva is so important in this game for that matchup. Hopefully he's healthy and can compete with the big.
UConn on the board first. Caden Boozer on a handoff to Evans. He has proven to be a 3-level scorer in his sophomore season. Bounce it. Boozer. And it's blocked by Reed.
And Terrace Reed, a great shot blocker, has to be careful. He cannot pick up fouls for UConn.
I would go at him at that end for that reason.
Mullins, freshman, handles it out front. He's got Demery on the wing. He's not 100%, dealing with a high ankle sprain. Ball misses on a 3-ball, and it's rebounded by Brown.
Those are the two that got to get going. They've been playing well of late, Mullins and Ball. Great hesitation.
And stripped to the ball. Mullins gets a piece. It's knocked out of bounds, and Duke will retain.
That's the improvement in Isaiah Evans' game. Was a shooter last year, as almost a sniper, but putting the ball down, getting downhill, getting to the rim. We've seen him make shots and great hands defensively there for UConn.
Duke got a gutty win over St. John's, 80-75 on Friday in the Sweet 16.
Need some offense from him.
And he gets the roll. Dame Sarr gets to the 10.
Nice.
He bites it with that 3. Nice to see him put it on the deck.
Comes in averaging just under 6.5 points per game. Major athlete, multi-dimensional.
Caravan busy as can be.
And a deflection there by Caden Boozer. Up ahead. Sarr looking for the cutter. Boozer down the middle for the scoop to the hoop.
How about the run? Goodness. He is a tough match for anybody.
The ACC Player of the Year, Cameron Boozer, gives Duke a 2-point lead.
Reed can't keep up with him in that open floor. Caravan with the open look.
Caravan short on a 3. Made a big 3 late to secure the win over Michigan State.
He has been knocking them down of late.
Brother to brother.
Got to stay at home for the kick.
Double team Reed. Boozer looking for the open man. Head and shoulder fake. Sarr. Back out. Boozer fires. Can't hit the 3. Rebounded by Caden Boozer. And a reload. Evans never shy. Got him for 3.
And what a reload there. Finding him, Caden Boozer. The rebound. Find your best shooter, Isaiah Evans. And this is the start John Shire wanted for his Blue Devils.
How quick of that release.
Oh, lightning.
Isaiah Slim Evans extending the Duke lead, 7-2.
You see the positional length on the wing of Duke.
This is tough here, I think, physically.
On an island, Reed gets inside for the Deuce.
He's so powerful, loads up, great lower body strength as well.
And Duke hesitant to come double team with the shooters on the perimeter of UConn.
John said that best they'll dig.
Motoring, Boozer took a bump, and he will get the call on Mullins.
Right there, great offensive rebound, and then finding Evans doesn't need a lot of time at all to get that shot off. Playing with such great confidence. Isaiah Evans and then Caden Boozer drawing a foul. He's been pretty effective here in the postseason, getting into the paint, making things happen.
So Boozer at the free throw line where he shoots it at 80%. He and his brother, they've just won so much over the course of their young lives. And we knew they were blue chip recruits coming in. The fact that the 2 freshmen have been so reliable for Duke and for John Shire, I think they've exceeded his expectations.
100%. Cameron Boozer has been so good. And then, of course, Caden Boozer with the injury to Caleb Foster. But you see mom and dad approving of the free throws there, but Caden Boozer having to step up in the starting role and doing a dynamite job.
They deserve commercials.
They've had a few of them, right?
Versus son. That's nice shot. Curl, that's where he's at his best, Caravan.
Demery can't hit the 3. Rebound, Reed had it. Gumba just checked in, and a foul is called.
It's on him, too, as well. That's the matchup.
Looked like 2 guys trying to block out Terrace Reed there, Raph.
Yeah.
He is so good, quick feet, great hands, and power and force of Terrace Reed. As you see Malik Brown with a heating pad, I might need one over here too.
Ball inside the arc. It goes down. There's the feathery touch. Solo ball.
He uses screens great, as all good shooters do. One thing about Duke, they relocate beautifully. So that Evans shot earlier.
See the versatility of Cameron Boozer running the point there. He's done that a lot this season.
A nickel dimer in a low post, Caravan. That's a tough match for him. The physicality end of things.
I think with this double big lineup of Duke, you're going to go in and try to attack Caravan, maybe pick up more fouls.
And that is the first foul on Alex Caravan. He's dealing with Gungbo, who's listed at 250 pounds.
And now Caravan matched up on Boozer. It's tough to double team Boozer because he's such a great passer finding guys on the perimeter.
And he moves outside too, where you can put it on the deck and pick and pop 3.
Isaiah Evans tosses in, goes long for Gungbo. High-low action. Boozer has position. Denied from behind. Caravan outside. It rims in. Dame Sarr with a downtown hit.
To your point, though, right away they took advantage of that matchup in the low box area.
And Sarr now has 5. Duke leads by 6. So right now it's Boozer with Caravan. Gungba dealing with Reed. He wheels and he missed it on the interior.
I thought he got hit on the arm there.
Nice job by Evans coming back and helping.
Gungba low. Catch made by Boozer, and the layup is there.
Raph, you see the value of Gungba, his passing and that high-low from the top.
Reed really didn't have his hands up to help out the defender.
Cameron Boozer, the favorite for Naismith National Player of the Year, has given Duke an 8-point advantage. Roll to the rim. Reed couldn't finish it. Comes away with the offensive rebound and then goes to the offhand for the deuce.
He is possessed lately, though. So much power around that rim.
There's a point of emphasis from UConn. They are getting him involved, going to him multiple times. Terrace Reed.
And Reed's former school, Michigan, already in the Final Four. The cut by Boozer, he will float it up and in.
People in Miami have seen that enough, huh? The high school days, nice read on the dive.
They went to Columbus. They had 4 state titles together. Duke is 6 of 9 from the field. Caravan feed it. Reed on an island with Gungba. Reed, the fancy footwork, and he gets it to go with the baby hook.
And that was pretty good defense there from Gungba, but better offense. Reed is deep in the bag of tricks.
He just locks that pivot foot in beautifully.
He has scored 8 of their 10 points, and a foul is called on the outside. Ball was defending Sarr. Yukon and Duke. A spot in the Final Four in Indianapolis on the line. We're back in a moment. Well, the history between these two programs, they have met 4 times in the tournament since it expanded in '85, 1990, Elite Eight, Christian Laettner, buzzer beater. Duke gets the win, 91, Sweet 16, Duke wins it, wins the national title, 99, the national championship, the breakthrough for UConn, ending Duke's 32-game winning streak, and then 04, Final Four, Emeka Okafor led the Huskies to a 79-78 win on their way to their 2nd national title. And you have the Hurley connection as well. Dan Hurley, of course, the head coach at UConn, and Bobby Hurley, the longtime legend at Duke.
And I was wondering if he was going to come and where he would sit if he did.
Boozer is sitting at the 3-point line as he drills it from long range.
That's the load he is. So many spots on the floor he can do damage.
And Duke has got a 19-10 advantage. They are 3 of 4 from downtown, 7 of 10 overall. Malachi Smith is now in the game, the backup point guard for UConn, along with Jaden Ross.
He can break it down with the dribble and a great defender.
Mullins,
the runner,
the teardrop.
That's a good sign right there. Mullins has to stay aggressive, but I'll tell you, UConn, they just wear you down with their offensive execution.
And Shire knew it. The movement is elite from UConn, the sets they run. Here's Boozer, driving kick to his brother Caden.
That's how they spread the floor. He's loading up. Pretty good job by Mullins, but they can't get it to him.
He can hit that.
Gungba, it rims out, rebounded. Boozer had it rejected, and a tie-up. Caravan got there. The possession arrow to Duke, so they will retain.
And that's the 2nd block that Caravan has had on Boozer down low.
But that's the matchup they're really taking advantage of.
Right there, you had
inside position. Mullins ended up on him.
Duke already has 6 assists. UConn has 0. Boozer off the double team. Spread it. Caden Boozer got him.
How about that? Just stepping into it. The passing ability of number 21. Pretty impressive.
Caden Boozer shooting 29% from long range, but that is working right now for the Blue Devils. Each brother has scored 7 points. Palmenia getting ready to check in.
Boy, back screen pop, they run you ragged.
Ross looks to the inside. A lot of bulk in the middle. Reed shows it, fakes it, and scores it.
He saw that against Michigan State.
The clinic, did he pay for the clinic? Unbelievable how impressive he is in that left.
He has scored 10 of their 14 points. Duke leads by 8.
Tough match for Caravan, on the roll.
Ball got knocked away. Sarr is open, rimming over the backboard, out of bounds. Watch the men's Elite Eight live on your computer, phone, tablet, or streaming device with NCAA March Madness Live. Download it now to stay up to date on all of the action. And here comes Caleb Foster for Duke. It is hard to wrap your brain around what this young man has done less than 3 weeks after having foot surgery. He plays in the second half. Without him, they do not advance from the Sweet 16 to the Elite Eight.
100%. Had 11 points in the second half. Duke was in trouble against St. John's in that game, and he willed this team with his play and his leadership.
That's where he's tough, too. He's got good size to defend. Stewart on the floor, nice cut.
And Reed with tremendous position.
Mullins with the little bump got him free.
It's like a throwback game here, going inside almost every possession for the Huskies.
And UConn has made its last 5 shots, and it's been mostly Reed.
Where does Duke go now? Boozer on the bench.
And Malik Brown back in. Sarr loses it out of bounds.
A pretty good D by Mullins, too. Known on the offensive end, but good position D.
The play of Taris Reed. He has been the dominant figure so far for the Huskies. And congratulations to that guy. He won the green vest. Very happy. 22-16 Duke moments ago. Tracy with Blue Devils head man John Shire.
Coach, you have the offensive rhythm early, but 12 points for Taris Reed. How do you have to adjust there?
Yeah, we got to do a better job fighting his catch earlier. He's a handful, too. I mean, we're doing a good job on other guys, but we have to do a better job down there for sure.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
And Reed is one of the best bigs in the nation. He has shown that throughout the NCAA tournament. Mullins gets a clean look, but missed it.
Russ does a good job. Almost came up with that. Anytime Mullins is free, quick jack and nail it.
They are 0 of 4 from three-point territory, so that part has not been working. Obviously, the inside has worked.
I thought Duke went to that full court, use some clock, maybe get their defense set a little bit.
And I think they fell back to a 3-2 zone, which we've seen a lot of in this postseason from them.
Well, we told him yesterday he's becoming known as a zone coach. That is a stigma at Duke, you know.
It has worked for them, including the victory over St. John's.
I think Boeheim taught Mike into doing it once in a while, if I'm not mistaken.
Cameron Boozer is back in, and so is Isaiah Evans. 11 and a half to play in this first half. Evans stop and go.
Oh, his footwork.
Oh, that's nice. Line drive delivery is there.
That is their best offense all through this tournament. Use those two in pick and roll situations. His footsteps are extraordinary. And he extricates himself.
It's an 8-point advantage for the Blue Devils.
Now they're going to load up Reed again.
Mullins, this time it is off the mark, front rim. Trying to bring this lead to double figures. Boozer, swing, Homenya.
A little Nickelheimer out there. Stewart.
Right here, Isaiah Evans, he attacks Reed. He doesn't settle, goes at Reed, then beautiful step back as you talked about, Raph. It truly was a line drive, no arc at all on that shot, but the confidence from Isaiah Evans now is just unreal.
We asked him about the confidence, where it comes from, and he told us in high school he was asked to do so many different things that it just gave him confidence in all these various roles. Another one? No, too strong. Foster keeps it alive, and it goes through the legs of Smith. It must have grazed a UConn player out of bounds.
And Bird, what's made Evans better is his ability to drive now. His shooting sets up that opportunity. He's got to close out big on him.
Wow, that went through 2 pairs of legs. It was through Ryba and then through Smith for a double nutmeg.
Well, look at this mismatch. Nice find.
Swing it.
Step back. No.
Evans, the long strides, give it up. Brown loses it, out of bounds. Coca-Cola and Wendy's are teaming up to refresh fans with the $8 Biggie Bundle. Order now in the Wendy's app to score $0 delivery.
Both teams really react defensively. You can't pass up good opportunities. Open shots, make them.
Caravan is back in. He does not have a point yet. He has taken 1 shot.
They got to get in their action. Reed out of the game now. Wear out the Duke defense.
Ryba's pretty good around that rim.
Smith puts it up, no. And the rebound controlled by Brown for Duke.
Nice rim run by Boozer.
Stewart's loading up on the taller Boozer.
The catch, the release, the bucket.
Nice read from the top.
Foster finding it, but Cameron Boozer just ran down the floor, the first one down.
9 points for Cameron Boozer. He comes in averaging 22.4 per game.
I would look for Ryba on that matchup at the other end.
Oh, that's a deep one. Caravan, no. Rebound grabbed by Stewart. Reload for Smith. He sticks it from long range.
And Ramp, they needed that right there. Without Taris Reed, struggling finding their rhythm offensively. Big time shot there from 3.
They were 0 for 6 from three-point territory before that hit from Smith.
He gets drilling 46%.
Crossover, Boozer, he loses it. That's a turnover.
Smith, the nudge in here. How about this high-low? Taking advantage of the mismatch. big time kiss by the big fella in the low box area. And Smith can make that shot. He's quick to get to the rim. That sets up his game.
And with Demery hurt, Smith has played a lot right there, got that steal and deflection, not leaving Cameron Boozer on an island.
So Demery back in. Darren Harris seeing his first action for Duke, the sophomore from Herndon, Virginia. Ryba, nice feed inside. Demery with the finish.
That was all Caravan too. Even though the rub was off the center, his activity attracted eyes.
And Dan Hurley just turned to UConn faithful behind him to crank it up. They're on their feet. The roll by Boozer.
Nice extra look.
Harris can't hit the three, and it's rebounded by Demery.
He can shoot it too, that kid.
Demery looking for an opening here. He just dribbled it off his foot. Take it away. Boozer ahead. Amenya the catch and the release.
Turnover at that point on the floor. Disastrous.
28-21 Duke. 8.5 remaining. First half. Demery watched by Foster. 12 to shoot.
A little stagger and a curl.
Caravan. Way off. That's an air ball.
That's his shot. They ran the play for him. Coming back with Reed. And here's the fumbleitis in the open floor. Good team certainly making pay. Menya leaks out. Finishes the deal.
So UConn goes with Reed. Duke will counter with Gungba, who replaces Darren Harris. And they'll just go bigger, trying to deal with Terrace Reed, who's listed at 6'11", 265.
And Gumba's been on a minute restriction throughout this tournament, so John Shire will try to be selective about his use.
And use him right now because Caravan had a mismatch.
Gumba the catch, the curl,
there you go.
and he banks it in.
Good play, good read. Those are two difficult matches for both teams.
Gungba's been dealing with a foot injury of his own. Right now they lead college basketball in scooters. We've seen Foster and Gungba wheeling around here in Washington. Ball misses on a three. Long rebound by Stewart.
Duke's done a great job on the perimeter D. Here
Reed
again.
Oh, rejected! Do not go in there on Cameron Boozer. Caden Boozer had it blocked, but a foul.
Might be Stewart underneath. They're gonna give him 2 shots. Boozer is playing like the player of the year right now.
They're doing it all. Offense, defense.
A message rejects it by the big fella.
Husky Mania here in D.C. Moments ago, Tracy with the head coach at UConn, Dan Hurley.
Don't ask me what I'm looking at.
I am not going to ask you what you're looking at. I can see you're already reacting to that call, but let's move on and just talk about your defense, especially on Cameron Boozer. What more do you need to see?
Yeah, obviously he's killing us in the paint. It's a tough matchup situation right now with their 2 bigs. We just got to do a better job of sinking in the paint and letting the others beat us.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
All right, thank you, Tracy. Terrace Reed certainly doing his part. The Boozer brothers combining to lead the way for Duke. UConn's defense this season, outstanding. Top 10 in the country. They've been holding opponents to 40% from the field. Duke is shooting 60% so far in this first half.
Cameron Boozer plays so many spots on the floor, Bert. He can, that's why the mismatch is a problem. Can make threes, put it on the deck, can post up.
Yeah, Raf, he is such a versatile big man. At his size, on the perimeter, posting, and his passing, so underrated part of his game.
Caden Boozer has already topped his season average. He's at 9 points. He came in averaging 7.5 per game. The numbers have gone up since he moved into the starting lineup, replacing Foster.
And now for UConn, can anyone other than Terrace Reed get going on the offensive end? 1 of 9 from 3.
Oh, not a good pass.
Turnover. Duke already has its largest lead. They can add to it.
That's not his forte from out there.
Boozer watched by Caravan. This is his brother, Cameron. On the back end, floated, Amenya. Amenya, ball fake on a 3. They'll drive it.
Nice block. How about that activity?
Out of bounds. The help by Demery dealing with the high ankle sprain that has plagued him since the the Big East championship.
But Raph, he didn't quit on that play at all there. The blow by, but still got back involved. Demery, he is fighting through it all as well. Give him a lot on the defensive end for the Huskies.
Amenya loops it in for Gungba.
And look at the duck in.
Shot clock down to 5.
Go to work.
Boozer double team, find the open man. Jumper, yes sir!
Well, we know he can guard. When he gets percolating from deep, where do you help from? Can't leave him alone.
Well, how about the pass, though, from Boozer?
Again,
the double team.
It's a 9-0 Duke run. They're up by 14 on UConn.
Mullins can't get away from Sarr out there.
Reed, the help again. Boozer negates it.
That's twice now. The big has held them up, and then Boozer cleans it up in his assistance.
So UConn will retain it, 13 to shoot. Caravan still has not scored. He's 0 of 3 from the field. Bounce it to him. Caravan high off the window. Grabbed by Reed. It's going the other way.
That's his second, too. I don't know about that one. Now to finish that shot, though, wouldn't have had the foul.
Just the first on Reed.
Oh, number 1, I'm sorry.
They got a good look there from Caravan.
And right here, I mean, this is, wow. Gotta let him play on.
And that is 16 fouls against UConn, just 2 so far for Duke.
See, John Shire smart. When Terrace Reed's guarding Cameron Boozer, Boozer will bring the ball up and be the point guard.
Drops it.
Mullins with the help. They're going to call a foul on the reach.
They will. Braylon Mullins, who did get a piece earlier and created a turnover on a reach-in. This time, he's called for the foul.
And those inverted screen and rolls with Boozer handling, and you bring his twin brother, Caden Boozer, up to set a screen. So hard to defend if you're UConn.
And it's Reed out there where he's uncomfortable.
And that's number 2 on Mullins. CBS Tonight. See why over 20 million viewers have made Marshall's TV's #1 news show. Marshall's, a new era of Yellowstone. New episode tonight on CBS.
There's a soft spurt right now by Duke.
Yeah.
And they are great at grinding you with quick hitters. But right now it's excellent defense and finding the right spots.
Duke trailed St. John's by 10 with under 15 minutes to go in the second half the other night, only to storm back and win it 80-75.
Boy, Sarr is relentless. Nice help by Brown.
Boozer nearly had a steal. Oh, wow. A spin cycle. No, the follow won't go for Demery off the Reed miss.
Watch the early bump.
Boozer brothers working the perimeter.
This is uncomfortable for Reed. You really got to help him.
Takes it in. And Caravan, the long arm of the law. Boozer sticks with it. Couple of fakes.
A foul. Yeah.
And a foul is called.
He is working. This is a monumental effort. A lot of spots on the floor. He can do some damage.
And that's number 2 on Reed.
Tough. I thought Reed did a good job walling him up there. Great block by Caravan helping out. But he came down with his arms as Boozer was coming up. Got him on the arm there. You know, there's a lot of talk coming into this game about the activity of Caravan and how would Boozer match up. But Boozer's activity thus far on both ends has been stellar.
Dan Hurley just got a warning for extending onto the floor from the officials.
Extending the conversation or
nope,
the physical move?
I think the conversation continues. Another one here for Cameron Boozer, 79% on the season. And you look up, Duke has built a 17-point cushion with 5:22 to go in this first half.
And they make UConn's offense look mortal right now.
UConn has gone cold. Mullins, pull up, that won't go. And the rebound by Sarr. It's now 4 minutes without a point.
Well, those are the guys you want shooting the ball. Mullins has come up empty.
Rap, I think the length on the wing, on the perimeter of Duke, causing all kind of problems.
Little reach in.
And another foul is called as Tony Chiazza made the call, and Demery was about to react, and Chiazza just gave him a look.
Rap, they are getting the ball to Boozer every possession.
Smart. Taking advantage of very difficult decisions defensively.
So it sends Boozer back to the free throw line. That's 9 team fouls against the Huskies, 2 against Duke.
You watch him play, as we both have over the years, he doesn't jump out at you. He just plays and wins. You know, whatever you need, he can provide.
So fundamentally sound. Strong scorer, strong rebounder, excellent passer, can handle the ball.
He's got an incredible feel for the game as well. He has been Duke's best player, really one of the most versatile Duke players maybe ever.
And Reed is on the bench. He has scored 12 of the 21 UConn points. Eric Ryba is in the middle.
And the way they run their offense, it's not going to be easy to score quickly.
Duke switching everything.
Yep.
Smith, knock away. It was headed towards Raftery, but
I ducked.
You did.
Smart.
Once again, Malik Brown. Bert, you saw him at Syracuse, I'm sure.
Yeah, sure.
Defensive Player of the Year when he was up there. Just so active.
Yeah, his hands were on display in the Sweet 16 game, and we've seen it here as well. Ryba sits, Reed comes back in. This is danger zone for UConn, just trying to hang around and finish this first half strong.
And Raph, I haven't seen many teams just take UConn out of their offense. They can't get into anything and really can't get an open look.
Shot clock winding down. Smith.
Look at Boozer's leg work. Just unbelievable. That was all him on that end of the floor.
A shot clock violation, couldn't get a clean look, and nothing is coming easy right now for UConn.
His mobility is extraordinary. Moving the legs, containing, forcing that tough delivery.
So they go offense, defense here. Reed sits, trying to protect him with the 2 fouls.
Not what we expected, would you agree?
Not at all.
Boozer, he had it rejected by Ryba. Head, ball to the rim. He's fouled by Hamenya.
And nobody gives up on anything with this Duke team. That was an easy layup, but the effort by Hamenya to get down in the gate.
Hamenya was in the opposite corner there and able to get back, not giving up anything, as you said, Raft. Yeah, he grabbed the rim too there. It could have been, maybe that could have been looked at there.
Their last points came at the 9:16 mark. We have 4:13 to go in this first half. Solo ball shoots it at 85%. And Evans will check back in, replacing the freshman Hamenya.
Ball has 3, Mullins has 2 as we speak. They need some ammunition from those 2.
Makes them both. Duke up by 17. Boozer drives and banks it in. Everything has been under control for Caden Boozer.
And everybody lifted, gave him an opportunity. Easy entree.
The brothers have combined for 25 points. UConn has 23 in total. Smith takes the baseline and lays it in.
In the open middle without Reed, you know.
5 points off the bench for Malachi Smith. 42-25, Blue Devils.
That's the lob.
Nice hesitation.
He takes it himself for 2.
How about that hesitation and blow by? He has been solid. Boozer brothers taking over.
Good strength. He's 6'4", 205. He's 4 of 4 from the field, 13 points. Ball fires.
Right there on the catch, Duke.
A late contest there by Gumba.
Cameron up ahead for Caden.
Trailer 3. Ooh.
Back for Cameron. Dishing out punishment. Layup, no. Grabbed by Gungba. Ball deflected out of bounds. And Gungba went down. So did Boozer on the play. We at CBS Sports are mourning the loss of Hank Nichols, the first national coordinator of officials for the NCAA. He officiated 10 Final Four, 6 championship games, including the famous Magic Bird Showdown in 1979. After more than 40 years dedicated to officiating, he was inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame in 2012. Hank Nichols was 89 years old. Our thoughts and prayers are with his friends and family. The #1 overall seed Duke up big on UConn. Right now, let's take a look at the Built Better moment presented by Body Armor.
Well, Cameron Boozer was built for this moment indeed. In transition, his ability to finish, get his work done early, sealing in the paint, great hands and finish at the rim. And of course, setting screens, getting himself open, knocking down a three. It's been all Cameron Boozer here this first half for Duke.
Great play, huh? The help left him wide open to knock it down.
He did take a shot to the jaw on that play.
Be the only way to slow him down.
It's a nice little back screen, not a good pass there.
And that was too high for even Georgie Murasan.
He's killing him. Boozer's killing him.
This was the shot he took to the face.
Wow.
And he was complaining about the no call. Ryba got him, but then was in legal position after the contact.
Smith getting a lot of minutes.
Boozer on Smith right now.
Caravan, can he get it going for UConn?
Nice play.
And he gets walled by Gumba.
He is their rim protector. Gumba, a better weak side rim protector than guarding the post player, if you will, but his ability to just wall up, be big. Saw the difference with him in the game. We saw it last week in Greenville. His presence makes them better.
Caravan off that three-point line.
Lob it in for Ross.
They love to get him going. A nice challenge again.
Ball had it blocked. Saar on the move. Evans ball fake. And he missed it long.
It's safe to say Evans is not shot.
Not one. Absolutely not. You got to recognize and get on him early.
Smith's got the matchup with a bigger Boozer.
Saar all over. They give Smith that look. All over Caravan. He can't get a touch.
Smith overcooked it. They are 1 of 11 UConn from three-point territory. We are under 2 minutes to go in this first half.
Tough match now. Boozer and Caravan. I would go inside. A little high-low game. And they switch it. Back him down.
Boozer takes it at Ross. Double team kick. Saar ball fake. Saar attacks. He draws the foul.
How about that? Again, the ability to find people in the open floor. Saar with a response.
Just makes the right read, Raph. Saar going right at the rim, but it helps when you've hit some threes early. Duke's made 5 3-pointers early. Now you really have to make a decision defensively. When do you trap? Boozer will find the open teammate when you do.
Dame Saar shoots it at 55%. Coming up, AT&T at the half. Nate Burleson, Clark Kellogg, Charles Barkley, Kenny Smith, and Bruce Pearl will break down the first half. Recap Michigan's win in the Elite Eight over Tennessee. That's all coming up on AT&T at the half.
Danny had a scrappy group on the floor. Now he needs some shooting as Mullins back in. If he can knock some down and get himself back in this.
They can't get anything open. Every shot has been contested by Duke.
At this end of the floor, their communication skills have been over the top. Screen, feel it out, show. There's that switch.
10 on the timer.
And really doing nothing that far out.
Back in, Reed, Smith, head and shoulder fake. Flips it up and in.
How about that? Stuck, really.
7 points for Malachi Smith. He averages 3.5 points per game.
He's their second leading scorer here tonight behind Terrace Reed.
And John Shire will take a timeout with 53.3 on the clock. We're winding down in the first half. Duke has got the advantage over UConn.
The mentality now for UConn is step up as we check the game summary.
And the three-point shooting has been woeful for the Huskies. 1 of 11 from downtown Duke. Second chance points, 14-7.
Foster, not a good foul. I was just about to say they need to stop, get a score, pressure them a little bit.
But right now, you don't want to give anything away. You've
Right there.
controlled
It's
the
like-
game. You don't need to do that right now if you're Duke.
Wow, I know what he was trying to do, screen Boozer's guy and get him to the box. But again, he's missed a lot of minutes, a little rusty maybe in his reaction.
So as Caleb
Previous play is
Foster,
being reviewed.
as the ball was getting triggered in, the contact was made, whistle blew immediately. Now they want to see if there's anything a little extra to it.
The malicious intent.
They were just holding each other before the play, and
That's strong foul, don't you think?
yeah, I don't think they
Selling
elevate
it a
that.
little bit too.
Gene Steratore joins us. He's been watching the same sequence of replays that we have. What do you think, Gene?
Just feels like a hard foul to me, guys. It's not a wind-up. It doesn't feel like he's really going through him in a big way. You know, just a common foul. I don't think anything to upgrade to flagrant.
Well, it's my year. He agreed with me, Jim.
Play the lottery bill.
After review, the ruling on the floor is a common foul. It'll be UConn ball.
So UConn will take over. The foul called as Duke was just trying to toss the ball in after John Shire had called a timeout. 53.3 on the clock. Duke has the largest scoring margin in college basketball, plus 18.5 this season. It's #1 in the country. They currently lead 44-27. Caravan is yet to score. He's been averaging 22 in the tournament.
Well, look at this matchup.
Smith, screen from Ryba.
And they can't get Caravan the ball.
Mullins, 12 to shoot.
And Ryba having a hard time holding off.
This has been the story of the first half. UConn just can't get good looks. Ryba turns and he floats it in. He's late in the shot clock.
And they took advantage of the switch there. Ryba having the smaller player, but everything has been a struggle offensively in this first half for the Huskies.
One final possession here for Duke. We're down to 12 seconds left.
You're taking rebound if you're UConn. Obviously late in the shot clock.
Gungba gets a touch, 4 seconds.
Got to go though.
Fake the handoff. Gungba will take and miss on the 3-ball.
Not a good set for that. Maybe the only bad set we saw.
I don't think that was the shot that Shire wanted here going into half.
I agree.
And this is the largest halftime deficit of the season for UConn. 15-point advantage for Duke at the break here in D.C. as we send it over to Tracy.
So much. Cameron, between you and your brother, 27 points. How has this 1-2 punch been able to be so effective?
We're just fighting for the rim. We take what the defense gives us. We got to be tougher in the second half. They got a little punch outs at the end of the first half, but we're going to be better for sure.
How have you been able to take UConn out of what they want to do?
I mean, just being aggressive on defense. We got to rebound better. Ree got to go a little bit early, so we got to take him out of what he wants to get to.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, and Tracy, the breakdown is Cameron with 14, Caden with 12. End of the first half with the score 44-29. Duke over UConn. Winner goes to the Final Four. We'll send you to AT&T at the half after these messages. You're watching the NCAA Men's Basketball Championship. 52% from the field for Duke. Made a bunch of threes. UConn just 1 of 11 from downtown. Ian Eagle, Grant Hill, Bill Raftery, Tracy Wolfson. 1-2 matchup in the East region for the right to go to the Final Four. That was by far the best first half we've seen from Duke in the NCAA tournament.
And Ian, they did it with their defense. I mean, smothering that offensive attack for UConn. UConn relies on that precise execution, but Duke's positional length, Raf, really took them out of their action.
It's nice they finally have some defenders at Duke. And you mentioned the hands, the denial, the footwork. And they have just been magnificent on this end of the floor. No attack, no dribble drive, other than Reed early on that post-up. Offense has been good.
And for UConn, what has to change now? Because what happened in the first half can't happen again in the second half if they're going to have any chance to be in this one.
Well, they need improvement on both ends of the floor. Better offensive execution. I think go to Caravan early. Get him a shot. He's the lifeblood of this team. And defensively, they got to be decisive and double-team Cameron Boozer and make hard cuts defensively.
Ball, Caravan, and Mullins are 3 for 14. That would certainly help. Excuse me, 2 for 14.
All right, let's send it over to Tracy.
Well, thanks a lot. I had a chance to speak with Dan Hurley. He said we have to keep chipping away, and he said it starts with making shots. He also said they didn't anticipate Caden Boozer getting them like that, and they have to find a way to adjust defensively. As for Alex Caravan, he told him, keep firing and go out on your shield.
So a 44-29 advantage for Duke. And UConn trying to climb out of this deep hole.
Hey, Grant, look, Boozer's on Demery. Jams things up and helps out, leaves him alone.
Spin and kick. The jumper doesn't go for Demery, and it's handled by Sarr.
Not making shots. I mean, he's about a 30% shooter.
It was one of the first times they got an open three-point look.
On a handoff for Boozer, swing for his brother Cameron.
Ooh,
he took it to the chest of Reed, who blocks it. Now trying to dig for it. And Mullins came over to get his hand on it. Possession arrow remains here with Duke.
That's the kind of force you want there defensively from UConn. Great defense and blocking the shot without fouling and then getting on the ground for the loose ball. Effort and intensity on this end for UConn, possession by possession, can get them back in this game.
That is 7 blocks now for the Huskies.
Watch Evans on the screen and get in the screen. Nice cut by Boozer off the screen by Evans.
And gets the easy land.
The problem is Evans setting that back screen. You don't want to help and bump with Boozer on the cut. You got to stay attached to the shooter. Great execution.
Mullins trying to feed the post, and there was a shove from Malik Brown.
Boy, what a break that was. Got to get a better angle, bring it down, and get the big fella involved. Big thing about chipping away, you can't afford mistakes. And again, the ability, what they tell us, 32 deflections they average, Duke, with that length.
Ball, they just need offense, and it doesn't come from there. Read the offensive board. Powers in and finishes.
Tell you what, he has been the source of offense. His efforts got to be matched by others on this club.
46-31, Blue Devils. This is the 11th all-time meeting. Duke leads the series with a mark of 6-4. 6th meeting in NCAA tournament play.
Oh, nice, nice. The offensive foul, but I just love the play. They run that beautifully. The ball screened by Evans. He could have kicked it back and had an open look as well.
How about the courage there from Demery to just step inside on Boozer, giving up a lot of size and weight.
He's got a family dentist, maybe. A few molars.
So the offensive foul on Boozer, that is his first. First 2 minutes of action in this second half.
There you go, double duck in. Look at the denial.
And a discard is called against Brown. So back-to-back fouls on Malik Brown. And that will be number 3 on the Duke big man.
He didn't really have to foul. He's got the great length, forced him out a little bit from the box area.
In the first half, the fouls piled up against UConn. So far, the opposite early stages of the second half. They're working against Duke.
They really haven't been able to penetrate whatsoever.
Mullins, creative to get there, but he couldn't scoop it in.
Great block out by Cameron Boozer, too.
Caden Boozer on the push. UConn gets back defensively.
Pick and pop with Boozer, Boozer to Boozer.
And a foul is called, and it's going to be shots. Ball was trying to sell it, that it was on the floor.
And Caden Boozer, not really known for his shooting, but in that screen and roll action, he gets going to his right hand into the paint. Right there, all you can do is foul. Caden Boozer, 6'4", he's athletic and strong. He's downhill as good as anyone.
And the deployment too, Boozer outside with Reed. And no advantage defensively.
And he has just been rock solid here tonight for Duke. McDonald's All-American in his own right. Caden Boozer has put up 14 points. He's averaging just under 12 per game in the tournament. Duke was tested in that first round matchup against Siena.
And he hasn't missed a shot. 6 for 6 from the line. 1 for 1 from the three-point line. 4 for 4 from the field.
Second round, Duke pulled away from TCU, 81-58.
Evans hasn't let Mullins get a touch.
Mullins, ball fake on Evans. The baseline delivery is pure.
There you go.
He's got a game.
That's 4 points for the freshman Braylon Mullins.
I love the way Duke's been reading the mismatches. Here they go inside because the advantage over for Caravan.
Double comes.
Nice pass.
Upstairs! The hockey assist for Cameron Boozer, the actual assist for Caden Boozer, and the dunk for Gungba.
And the cuts set it up beautifully. Well designed.
Duke leads by 17.
And they are not letting Caravan get a touch. Instead, a little giveaway by Evans.
And now a look from our AT&T Connected cam.
Nice little cut.
That's what's so smart. Caden Boozer, not the shooter, makes himself available as a diver there. Now Reed has to guard too. There's no help for Reed. Great cut, great pass, and great finish.
Get it in for Demery. UConn has just not been able to make any headway.
Grant said right at the beginning of the game, all this switching has been difficult to handle offensively by UConn.
Also, too, Demery not at his best, so John Shire putting Cameron Boozer on him, allowing Sarr to chase around Caravan.
High arcer goes for Braylon Mullins and one.
Nice design there, and a great setup by Mullins. These two teams run some beautiful baseline out of bounds, take advantage. This kid can score. He gets it going.
One of the most impressive stats, UConn has 17 straight wins in the Sweet 16 or later. When they get to the second weekend, they win the whole thing.
They're looking to put stops together. Now we go to the bigger Boozer with Caravan. There's the switch. Back him in. If they bite, fine.
Finds his brother in the corner. Caden Boozer the drive. The chemistry. And he missed it.
Numbers.
The other way. Ball. Give it up. The layup goes for Demery.
There they go. Off the defense. I like a two-man play with Evans and the number 12 Boozer.
All the way. Caden Boozer can't finish. Caravan once again in transition. Caravan, can he get it going? No.
That's their favorite play, that delay slapback. Generally, he converts.
And now Duke slows it down. Caravan is 0 of 6 from the field. The 6th all-time leading scorer in UConn history.
If you're right, they're going to go to that play. Two-man action between Evans and Boozer.
There's that little blur screen.
Boozer lets it fly. Short. And the puck's up there by Mullins.
Everything on the perimeter now for Duke. Nothing in the paint.
Demery, the Georgia transfer, running the show here for the Huskies.
I got to get Reed on the box, I think.
Ball.
There you go. Creates his own.
Reed. And he got devoured on the inside. They save it. Demery can't hit the three.
Ball almost came out. Numbers here. Give it up.
Ahead. Sarr, that extra gear to the rim.
Just has that ability in the open floor to elongate, but Duke now getting an opportunity off of their defense.
That was Caden, too, that made that pass.
And they've gotten a bonus here tonight from Dame Sarr. He has 10. He scored 2 in the Sweet 16 game.
Doesn't work.
Reed to the post. Short, but a foul.
Well, he ducks in and owns that post area.
Free throws coming up for Tarris Reed. UConn looking to make a comeback against Duke.
That's Yaxel Linderborg, cutting down the net, one more step closer to making history. The Wolverines have clawed their way into the Final Four. Back to the crew. Ian, Bill, Grant, and Tracy.
And Nate, a Big Ten party at the Final Four. It's sizing up to be a powerful matchup on both sides. Check out our tournament summary. Arizona advances, 5th Final Four in school history. Won their only national title in Indy in '97. Illinois in the Final Four, first time since 2005. And that Michigan win over Tennessee, lopsided. It has been mentioned quite a bit through the years. No Big Ten school has won a national championship since Michigan State 26 years ago.
See, it's incomprehensible, Linda. The great teams they've had.
And slowly UConn is chopping away at this Duke lead. It's now 52-39.
And like I said, everything on the perimeter for Duke right now in this second half offensively.
This is where I like Boozer inside with Caravan.
Discard. Gungba goes down.
I don't know if they got Mullins with it.
I don't know if Mullins is strong enough to discard Gumba.
And it's number 3 on Braylon Mullins. Send it over to Tracy.
I was listening into that UConn huddle. Dan Hurley telling his team, you can feel the tide shift right now, but we need to get some stops. He said this is going to be a war. We need to put as much pressure on them as possible.
And Tracy, something to keep an eye on, the foul situation. 6 called against Duke thus far, and just 2 on UConn. So next one on Duke will send the Huskies to the free throw line.
Love this out of bounds play, a little high-low.
Help from Reed, dump down, going by the catch. He is fouled. It will be Malachi Smith.
Malachi was almost there for the steal. Had Terrace Reed go double team Boozer, and Malachi just a little bit late. All he could do with is foul. Gumba, normally a decent free throw shooter, struggled in their last game against St. John's from the free throw line, so it might have been a smart foul.
They barely drew iron on a couple. They made a couple.
Free throw percentage dropped after that St. John's game to 67%. And it continues for Gungba at the line. 2 losses this season for Duke. Came to Texas Tech and North Carolina. 35 wins. They went 17-1 in the ACC.
Some tradition, huh? Started by Mike, and a lot of your buddies. Continues on to John.
This team went to the Final Four last year, but none of those starters are back. This is a different Duke team. 14-point lead for the Blue Devils. Caravan. He got bumped there by Sarr. Out for Smith.
Look at that switch.
Entry. Reed rolling. And Gungba picks up the foul.
They looked like he had all ball. I don't know what happened underneath, but he was stumbling and in trouble, Reed.
It really was there. Little Rick Mahorn pulled a chair possibly, but he just kind of bailed him out there. Reed was off balance, and Gungba feels like it was all ball, as the Duke faithful feel the same.
Yeah, they just showed it on the big screen, so you heard the reaction from the Duke fans here as Gungba picks up his 3rd. Reed will get a 2nd free throw.
And there was really nothing else available. I mean, that last minute duck-in right there.
Trouble, yeah, no question about it. They have been reading Duke a little better than mismatch. Caravan being the mismatch. The second half, not as well.
And the 17th foul against Duke. This is a 12-point game. 6 minutes gone by, second half.
I like him inside against Caravan.
Amenya back in for Duke.
Slip, there he goes.
Boozer to Boozer.
That's what
big finish for Boozer.
They run that pin down beautifully. If they do dribble, they time it perfectly. Great roll by the big guy.
Cameron with the roll to the rim. 18 points to lead all scores. Caravan, give it up. Reed ducks inside and gets the roll.
Nice 2-man play, very similar to the play here.
Nice little curl by Caravan. He's got to be aggressive and stay engaged offensively.
55-43, Duke. Points in the paint, very tight.
Same play. And look at the guy, he got some nice denial.
Oh, the steal. Big man going down the floor for the flush.
How about Terrace Reed?
That can't happen,
No, that was a lazy pass.
Lazy pass. Feeding them.
Got a 10-point game. Reed has 21. The rest of the team has 24.
Look at what they got inside.
Good switch.
Nice switch back by Reed.
Boozer bumping bodies. He got Reed to commit, and the foul is called. And that is number 3 on Terrace Reed.
Right there, just a casual pass there from Caden Boozer. Terrace Reed in the passing lane. Just right there, nothing was available. He didn't really look, I think, before he committed to making that pass.
A lot of luggage trying to dunk that ball. Big fella. Ooh.
So Boozer back to the free throw line where he's 5 of 6 tonight. CBS tomorrow, from the team behind FBI, comes the new series starring Tom Ellis and Nick Gelfas. Two perspectives, one mission. CIA, new CBS tomorrow, 9, 8 Central, and streaming on Paramount+. Caleb Foster, Malik Brown back in for the Blue Devils. 1 out of 2 for Boozer. So the foul trouble, Reed and Mullins 3 apiece. Brown and Gungba 3 apiece for Duke.
Lean on Smith. Demery just not himself, I would think.
I think with Brown in the game, go back to Reed inside.
Smith looking that way. Picked up by Dar. Kick it, extra. Caravan finally gets into the box score.
He knows the game and he's active. Great presentation.
But how about the pass from Reed?
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Bounce catchable.
Foster, the hard drive, plants. Sarr was trying to create some space for him, but they kick it to the outside. 8 to shoot.
Pick and pop, I think.
Foster, right down the alley, missed it. And the rebound is vacuumed in by Reed.
Did a great job contesting by Reed without fouling.
Ball one-on-one with Sarr.
Reed really having a heck of a game.
Ball lines it up. Off the heel. Knocked to the outside. Caravan somehow saves it for UConn. They have time on the shot clock. 12 to shoot.
Caravan wanted that one. Remember that deuce go his way.
Smith shifting gears, using the screen. Reed the roll. Nobody home. Big time. Throw down for Terrace Reed.
How about how quick he got to the rim? He was out past the foul line.
This is a 16-6 extended run. UConn has cut it to 7. Timeout. Blue Devils. Husky pride on display. Beautiful feed by the big man. And then Terrace can do it himself. Hammer time. UConn on the comeback trail. The effort from super senior Alex Caravan to save it, and it leads to points. The emotion, Dan Hurley telling his team that it's going to be a battle. They're looking for a big toe right now, and they found it.
They got to make it ugly.
But they're making
and
it.
they have.
They're making it a Big East game.
Yeah. What do you have against the Big East?
Let's check in with Tracy.
And during that timeout, John Shire saying they made their run. They out-hustled us. We need to get rebounds, and we have to guard. We need to make the simple plays. We need to have poise, trust, and execution. And
Tracy, in their 2 losses this season, they had a double-digit lead in the second half in both of those games. Same situation here against Utah. Boozer goes to the left hand.
Foster found them on the roll.
And a nice set, though.
It was.
Multiple people touching the ball side to side and get it to your horse.
Boozer now with 21 points, 6 rebounds. And the Duke lead is 9. Ball on a handoff for Smith. Extended minutes, as we mentioned. Demery not close to 100% with a high ankle sprain. Caravan got a layup.
He isn't able to get free at all.
Caravan, and it's blocked by Hamenya. Reed is there. They were going to run out of time, and they turn it over. Foster trying to get there. Out of bounds, off of Duke.
How about the recovery, the emotion? They criticize Danny Hurley with his facial gestures and his reaction to referees, but they play for him.
Nothing coming easy right now in D.C. with the final piece of the puzzle about to be filled. Dan Gavitt, NCAA Senior Vice President of Basketball, is here. NCAA puts on such a fantastic event every single year. I want to thank the folks here in D.C. for being wonderful hosts. And also, the horn has been perfect here.
He's now known as the Horn Man. He's not a trumpet.
Dan handled it all very well.
You're a great father. He's got a great father. And Dan had a great father.
Yeah, no question.
UConn is on a run. And it's Smith getting to the 10.
First time he's been able to turn the corner. Got to resist.
Guys, they are 1 of 16 from three-point territory, and they now have cut this to 7.
Well, they're getting all paint touches here in the second half. UConn.
Foster stays in there, hop step, and ripped away by Smith. Get it ahead, Mullins, he's gonna pull up, short. Rebounded by Brown.
He had guys at the rim. In today's game, that's a good look. Particularly with his stroke.
We are gonna hit the 9-minute mark of the second half.
John coming back with Sar and Caden. They need them now.
Freshman against freshman. Homenya with Mullins. Homenya physical. Back in. And he flips it in. He just took matters into his own hands.
Uses his size right there against the smaller Mullins.
They were doing that early in the game, seizing those opportunities.
Now 1 of 17 from downtown. They shot it this season at 35%. Smith. Mullins, they keep firing. Ribs out. And Boozer is there for the board.
Got to get totally square on that curl. Get your feet set.
And Duke can bring this lead to double figures once again. Caravan defending Cameron Boozer. High screen, Homenya.
I like him inside somehow.
Switch it. He goes at Mullins. Discard, layup, bounces out. And they're going to count it.
Wow, a lot of contact there, Raph.
Ooh, he got away with one.
Would have easily been a charge on Boozer.
You mentioned earlier physicality of Big East basketball.
Wow.
Undetected.
They grabbed the net read as that ball was bouncing around the rim. So put 2 on the board for Duke on the goaltending call. The glaring stat, 1 of 18 from three-point territory for UConn. The contact here, block, charge, or play on?
Looks like a charge to me.
Absolutely.
Mullins
Got that arm in there. Just powerful basketball. I like the move, but that seems pretty easy.
Gene Steratore, you just watched the same set of replays. What do you think?
Yeah, feeling the same thing. I just felt like Boozer lowered that left shoulder a little bit, and it kind of runs through Mullen there. I had a charge on the play. Agreeing with Raph 2 in a row now.
Wow, what a night this is.
It's a new year.
I'll see you for dinner later.
62-51 Duke. Under 8 minutes to play. Caravan, the defender fell down, get it inside. There was a good seal there by Reed against Gungba, and the foul took place before the shot.
But these coaches come out of those timeouts and know exactly what they want to run. A load up by Reed, great angle pass.
And that's number 4 on Patrick Gungba II. So it sends Terrace Reed to the line, where he is 5 of 6 tonight, 23 points, 59% shooter on the season. He's got a good stroke.
And real good.
And now Demery will check back in. Malachi Smith gave UConn excellent minutes.
He did.
Scratches and digs. All effort.
Doesn't get the roll on the second attempt. Boozer collects another rebound, and that is 8 for him. Caden Boozer using the screen. He'll continue on the drive. Nice poke away by Mullins.
But they were set up for the bigger Boozer on the post. A little too quick by Caden.
10-point Duke lead. Demery swing, ball, pull up up, short. Mullins knocks it to the outside, saved by Demery. Extended possession here for UConn. Ball's got the big Gungba.
Reed's got to get himself set. There you go.
Reed, the back in. Reed, swing it. Demery fires, bottom.
What about the patience of Reed? Most big guys would have hammered that home. What a find.
So a three-pointer finally goes down for UConn, and they cut it to 7. Boozer setting the screen for his brother. Swing it. Homenya, book it. It's a triple.
How about the play of Hamenya? Had a drive earlier. Got himself available for the corner three.
That's his 35th of the year. Critical time.
7 points now for the freshman Nicholas Hamenya. It's back to 10.
Hand-to-hand combat on the low box area.
Off the acceleration by Ball. Demery again. Yes, sir! It's a three.
How about this kid? Damaged goods stepping up. 34th of the year.
Great pass, great find. Demery, back-to-back corner threes, and Dan Hurley excited.
Well, UConn Nation right now on a roll. 65-58, Duke in front. A pair of threes from Silas Demery Jr. Shot it at 40% during the season from downtown. And he mentioned this going against Duke. He's from Raleigh, North Carolina, so he grew up right in the heart of ACC country and said it's pretty special that he has a chance to knock off Duke, blue blood program here in the Elite Eight.
Pretty special player. But right now, I think it's Cameron Boozer time with this matchup. He reads on him. He can beat him with the bounce, screen and pop.
Brown swing. Evans has been quiet. In and out. Hamenya got in there and got his hands on it. It's a foul against the Huskies.
Graham mentioned what he's been able to do. He's been active. A couple of hoops, a rebound.
Yeah, that's going to be number 4 on Mullins. You take a look at that welt under the right eye. He's like a boxer that went to his corner. And then this is a whole new one, a can of soda.
Well, maybe it was a more expensive beverage, you never know. But he got hurt by Ribe, I think, Bird, earlier.
Yes. Boozer on a fade. Short.
Good defense by Reed there, not going for his shot fake. Stay down, force him to a tough shot.
I like him outside with Reed.
5:27 to go, second half. Caravan feed it.
Well, look at the hand-to-hand combat outside. This Brown there, number 4, if I'm not mistaken.
And smart right there with Reed. Brown giving up a lot of size.
So that's 4 on Brown, that's 4 on Gungba. And now Reed to the free throw line.
Reed has done a great job presenting himself, though. Those angles, those his strength.
Working hard.
And this is a 1-and-1, the 19th foul against the Blue Devils. Missed it.
I guess the law of averages coming down a little bit and stroking it pretty good.
Empty trip for the Huskies. We come up on 5 minutes to play. Evans defended by Ross. Evans couldn't turn the corner and draws the foul. He gets hammered.
Clever. Boy, he is terrific moving those puppies.
Seen him so much go right, little step back there, but this time a shot fake. Getting Ross in the air. Ross knows right away. He got caught there.
So 2 shots here for Isaiah Evans. He has hit the most 3-pointers in a season for a Duke player since Grayson Allen in 2017-18. First trip to the free throw line, and now Mullins replaces Ross, playing with those 4 fouls.
I also need that shooting at the other end that Mullins can provide.
Right now, Ball, Caravan, Mullins 0 of 13 from the 3-point line.
86% on the season, Isaiah Evans out of Fayetteville, North Carolina.
He's a no-rim guy when he's on this game, isn't he?
No question.
No rattlers.
Demery scoops it up so no time comes off the clock until he touches it. Caravan watched by Hamenya. Feed the post.
Clear, and if they help, fine.
Reed
the pass
to Ball with the flip inside. Nice awareness from the big man.
Absolutely. His patience, extraordinary.
6 points for Solo Ball and a 7-point Duke lead. Evans moving without the ball. Gets there, but he missed it on the inside. Good defense there from UConn. They'll push it the other way.
Didn't have the strength to finish. Go through Reed again. He's been the playmaker.
Demery small against big. Boozer extends. Caravan the bounce. Reed, old school.
And Raph, we saw that play earlier this half. Caravan curling, getting into the paint. Beautiful pocket pass and everything going Huskies' way offensively.
33-23. UConn has outscored Duke in the second half.
Got to switch back.
Important minutes here from Homenya. 7 to shoot. Evans falls down. Break opportunity. Ball the lone strides. He gets it to go. And one. Solomon Armstead Ball with the transition deuce and a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play. Here come the Huskies. Spot in the Final Four at stake. 67-64. Duke has the lead over UConn with 3:42 to play in regulation. Capital One, rewarding performance.
Terrace Reed has come alive. A presence down low, scoring at the rim, facilitating, playing great defense. And right now, solo ball, chance for a three-point play. Everything going UConn's way. It started with the defense, Raph, to start the second half and continue with great interior offense from the Huskies.
UConn down by as many as 19. They have a chance to cut it to 2. The pressure is building now for Duke. Remember last year in the Final Four against Houston, led the Cougars by 14 with a little over 8 minutes to play, but couldn't finish the deal.
And no Evans on the floor. Takes away one of the little ball screen slips. Good match here.
3 minutes without a point.
A little dig and help.
Boozer in a crowd, flips it up and in.
Took his time there, gathered himself. A great substitution. Gumba coming back in, forces Reed to guard him. And Boozer able to take advantage of the matchup on Caravan.
25 points, 8 rebounds for Cameron Boozer. 69-65, Blue Devils. Ball accelerating, switches hands, popped out of there by Gumba.
Good job. Protect on Reed and still recover.
Under 3 minutes left. Sarr looks to the interior. Boozer.
Early double.
It comes. Homenya ball fake. Hard drive. Homenya puts it up. No. And Ross guides it over to Ball. 4-point game.
Yeah, you got to go back to Reed, I think. Gumba has 4 fouls.
He's too far out. He's got to screen and get to the box. Now he's got what he wants, maybe.
Caravan over to Ball. 2:19 to play. Shot clock is down to 10. Demery, jab step. 6 to shoot. Feed it to Reed. Spin, second spin, loses it. Demery, high archer, it hits the backboard on the other side and out of bounds.
That was not pretty at all. Never got into their set. Beguiled by the aggressive Duke defense as well.
And only the second turnover of the second half for UConn. 2:06 on the clock.
Offense now with Evans back on the floor.
Evans a short breather there to close out the game. But I thought Boozer did a great job there, guarding Reed without fouling, forcing that turnover.
So it is Foster and Evans in the backcourt for Duke. The leadership of Foster was apparent in the Sweet 16 win over St. John's in the second half.
Now UConn switches. Terrace Reed guarding Boozer.
Go to Gumba.
Under 2 minutes to go. Duke up by 5. And a battle with Caravan and Gumba. They're going to call it on Caravan.
Not bad the way he's been shooting free throws lately.
And that's number 2 on Caravan, and that's the 17th foul against the Huskies.
That's the chess game, what they do with the 4 and 5 man on both ends.
So it will be Gumba at the free throw line for a 1-and-1. He went 1 of 6 at the line on Friday. He is 1 of 2 tonight.
Boozer's pretty good getting in early. There you go.
String music on the first.
John said he's a good free throw shooter.
He has a lot of ties to this area. Both of his parents played at GW. His dad, Patrick, and his mom, Tajma, who played 2 years in the WNBA. He's very proud of representing the DMV.
They've had a few good players in this area.
And he missed the second one. 5-point lead for Duke, 1:45 on the clock.
Stagger one side.
Ball handed to Demery. Caravan, he fires off the mark. Gang rebounding, ball comes away with it.
They got a grab, I think, on Caden or Sar.
How about that offensive rebound there by Ball?
Oh.
Went up with two hands in traffic.
And it's on Dame Sar.
Just took it from Reed. But this is great for UConn right now. They can stop the clock, ball at the free throw line, and of course set up their defense.
Ball's got 9 points, 3 of 3 at the stripe.
Not a pressing team, as you know. 2-2-1 full. They run once in a while. Whoops. Almost had a trip there on the referee.
UConn is 10 of 13 at the free throw line. 1:31 left to play, second half.
85%. Wow.
And it will be Foster and Evans back in, replacing Caden Boozer and Homenya. Leesburg, Virginia native, solo ball. Splits a pair.
Pretty good defender coming on the floor now.
Jaden Ross back in, and Ball will take a seat.
Straight up man now. Tough match here for Sar, for Reed.
Boozer trying to get it into Foster. He does. Full court pressure. Gungba. He's going to have to bring it across himself. He recognized it. And now into the hands of Foster with a timeout called. 1:20 left in regulation. Duke trying to hold on against UConn. Our game reset. UConn 2 timeouts remaining. Duke with 1. Possession arrow belongs to the Huskies. Duke in front by 4. NCAA tournament history. #1 seeds are 134-0 when leading by 15 or more points at halftime. Duke led this one by 15 at the break. They are the overall #1 seed in this year's tournament.
Watch for that 2-man offense right now with Evans and Cameron.
Trigger in and get it back to Foster. 14 to shoot. Boozer hops to the outside.
Tough match now.
Evans trying to set a screen there. Shot clock down to 5. Boozer loses the ball, and it's scooped up by Reed. Turnover, Duke with 1 minute to go.
They've had a few of those mishaps.
UConn down by 4. Demery operating against Foster. Kick out, Caravan. Bullseye!
Oh. Wow! The guts, he's been struggling. The confidence, the upperclassmen stepping up.
UConn has cut it to 1. 42 seconds left. Duke and UConn have provided tournament thrillers over the years. We've got another one here. Trip to the Final Four is on the line.
Here's the bounce.
Boozer the spin. Boozer the flip. It's good!
What a move there by Cameron Boozer. Ran into his own man. Still able to score. Oh, my.
27 points, 8 rebounds. It's a 1-possession game. And a timeout called by the Huskies with 26.9 on the clock. (72-69), Duke in front. Huskies with possession.
It actually looked like Duke was going to try and go to a zone there. And I don't think John liked the idea. Maybe he changed his mind on it.
We've
Saw
seen,
who's out top.
We've seen that zone from them throughout this tournament, but right now,
You got to stay man.
you got to stay man-to-man in this situation. How about the double curl right here? And the Boozer tried to shoot the gap. Great awareness. Caravan fades a little bit, got his feet set, and able to score. And then Boozer spins and looked like he stumbled a bit, but went into his shot. Both coaches getting the ball in their main guys' hands and letting them deliver and make it happen.
And they have read the matchup well, too, on occasion.
They have.
And what's the approach here if you're Dan Hurley? Are you thinking quick 2 or are you thinking 3?
I'm a big deuce, and you may get a 3. You know, go as hard as you can, try and get the deuce. If they overhelp, you know, maybe get a step in 3 for a Mullins or a ball.
I agree. I like the double, triple curl action. If you get an open look for 3, take it. If not, curl it, get to the paint, maybe drop off for Reed. And you don't need a 3, though.
This is where Caravan's interesting. He may not get the shot, but he's so busy, he opens it up for others.
Well, we've seen that wide pin down where he curls in there, and a couple times been able to dump it off to Reed for the finish.
Be interesting to see the matchup, who Sarr has.
Number 14, Nicholas Amanda returns for Duke.
For Duke, now Caden Boozer and Foster on the bench, so they have gone big with Amenya in the game.
And Sarr's got Mullins, so he will have a difficulty getting free.
Caravan. He'll go long for Demery. We're down to 24 seconds left.
Ball's great going to his left.
UConn down by 3.
Gotta be in a hurry.
18 seconds remaining. Demery draws the big. Boozer. We're down to 14 seconds.
Nice switch, and they're in trouble deep.
Demery, 10 seconds.
Oh.
And there is a foul called on Boozer with 10 seconds on the clock.
Duke did a good job. They switched that pin down between Reed and Caravan, and it confused UConn there. They waited a little too long before they could go.
No activity in a hurry.
And Silas Demery Jr. heads to the line. 81% on the season. Has not attempted a free throw tonight. It is a 3-point game. Now what's the thought process if you're UConn and Demery at the line?
He's got Smith coming in. I like that because he can really rag a guy, be aggressive at the point of attack. I don't think you have time for more than one trap and give it.
Yeah, I agree. You got to trap real quick. If not, you're going to have to foul. And I think Demery, you still make this free throw. You don't have rebounders out there on the floor right now for UConn, so you make this and set up your pressure.
Deep breath for Demery. His team is down by 3. 1 out of 2. 72-70. Duke, 10 seconds to go.
Got to cut and run through the ball, and who better than this guy?
Get it into Boozer, back for Sarr, ahead, Boozer, that ball deflected and stolen by Mullins. Caravan, 2 seconds, Mullins tosses it up. Oh! It's good with point 3. UConn goes in front.
Utterly impossible.
March means drama.
The deflection, the reaction, and then the major nuggets out of Indiana. They all can shoot. Nylon from deep. Astounding.
The freshman, Braylon Mullins. Wow. What a play. All Duke had to do was hold the ball there.
Absolutely.
They didn't need to get rid of it.
No backcourt violation, nothing.
Braylon Mullins connecting from long range to put UConn in front.
That's utterly incredible.
Absolutely incredible.
They have a chance now with 4/10. Maybe something down the floor.
They've added a 1/10 of a second.
You can actually catch and shoot this.
Well, right here, Caden Boozer just could have held the ball, tried to advance it.
And String music for Braylon Mullins.
It is amazing what can happen in these games. Dead in the water.
Just an instant classic. What a second half from Dan Hurley and his UConn Huskies.
And his comment about take your time, we'll get back in nice and easy. Watch the hands.
All you got to do is hold it right here.
Yeah, right here now. Look at the hands.
I think that was Demery with the deflection.
Yeah, I think it was Demery.
That is from the logo.
Wow. That's from Greenfield, Indiana.
So there's 0.4 of a second on the clock. They added 1/10 of a second. And now Duke has to toss it the length of the floor and hope for a miracle. Foster. He goes long. It's knocked away and it's over. UConn still has the March Magic. The Huskies are once again going to the Final Four. This was utterly amazing to come back and win this one 73-72. A March hero is born, and it's Braylon Mullins.
Wow, what a shock. You're never out of it. And they played like champions, too, to get back in this game.
And it's felt like a prize fight. You see it on the face of Cameron Boozer. Duke's final chance to get it across got knocked away. Boozer was trying to advance it, and then on the scramble, Braylon Mullins hits the dagger.
And how about Caravan? Didn't force it. He was played. He wanted to take it. Found a guy in better position. Hysteria prevailing.
And how about UConn? A few plays earlier, Caravan had not hit a three, hit a big three. Then Mullins was 0 for all night.
Right.
Struggling, knocking down that three. What a comeback. One of the best comeback performances I've ever seen in this tournament.
I'm with you. The lights won't go out in Jersey City tonight. Oh.
And in back-to-back years, Duke has suffered crushing losses here in the NCAA tournament. Utter elation for UConn. Over to Tracy.
Well, thanks a lot. I am here with the hero, Braylon Mullins, and congratulations, first start. Take me through that shot. How about this guy? You deserve all this adulation right now, but take me through that shot to win it.
I mean, I don't know. I looked up on the clock, and it said 5 seconds. So I tried to get the ball to somebody who had made one in the game, and he wanted to throw it back. So, I mean, I saw 3 seconds. It was the last shot. Just happy to see that shit go in. So, yeah, I'm so happy.
What was being said amongst this team when you guys were down 19 but clawing back?
Yeah, I think it was just trying to chip at the lead. Just one play at a time, one possession at a time. And, I mean, I thought we started the second half with a lot of intensity. So I think we were just clawing back into the game, and I thought we did a pretty good job with that.
For you, a public school kid, you played for your dad in Indiana, and now you're going home and taking your family back with you. How does that sound to play in a Final Four there?
Feels so good to go back home, I can tell you that. I mean, I'm so excited. I think everybody else should enjoy that too, but we're ready for Indy. We're ready for Indy.
We'll see you there. Enjoy it, Coach. Let me bring you in.
Somebody stole my pin.
That's okay. We'll get you a new pin.
Pins.
We'll get you a new pin. I know
you.
you're so superstitious, but how about this one?
Yeah.
First talk about Braylon Mullins and that shot to win it.
The courage, the young man, he's a rare human being. A toughness about him to take the shot on a tough shooting night, but he was due.
I can sense the emotion. What were the emotions going through this game, down 19 and watching your team be so resilient and never give up?
Yeah, just it's the UConn culture. It's a UConn heart. It's what Gino built and Coach Calhoun built, and what Kevin Ollie carried on. And we just believe we're supposed to win this time of year. As I've got the sweat just dripping down, but we were so courageous today, and we just fought so hard. And they're an incredible team. John's an amazing coach, and those Boozer boys are. I mean, they're the toughest people I think I've ever shared the court with.
how about for you, taking this team to a Final Four, your third in 4 years?
Yeah.
What does that mean for this program and for UConn?
I mean, just history and just the way we bounced back from last year, and you know, the run we've been on, the special people that we have. Silas Demery today, I mean, a total warrior, made those big shots. Caravan steps up and makes it. Taris Reed carries us. We're going to enjoy Indy. We told Braylon Mullins when we recruited him, we're bringing him back to Indy for the Final Four, and now Braylon Mullins is going back to Indy for the Final Four.
Well, good luck. We'll see you there.
Oh, yeah.
And the Final Four is set. UConn and Illinois will open the action. 6:09 Eastern tip, followed by Arizona and Michigan. 1 year ago, Braylon Mullins was Mr. Basketball in the state of Indiana. And now he is a part of an unforgettable March moment. UConn wins this latest chapter against Duke. And they're headed to the Final Four. For Bill Raftery, Grant Hill, Tracy Wolfson, Gene Steratore, Ian Eagle saying so long from Washington, D.C. Tonight on CBS, 60 Minutes, Marshalls, Tracker, and Watson. UConn back to the Final Four. We'll see you in Indianapolis. You've been watching coverage of the NCAA Men's Basketball Championship on CBS.